Hello everybody, welcome back to BnB Anime. I am Blue, that is Brad. We do anime shit.
Yeah, we do the thing. Hooray!
And immediately my dog starts barking.
Oh.
Tilly! Excuse me 1 second.
You're good. All right, how to fill airtime in the meantime.
You can just hang out down here. Are you coming? Freddie, you coming? No.
No. Want no part of this.
Yeah. Are you coming or no? There's no footsteps, nothing. Okay, goodbye then.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was fun.
We only slightly want attention. It's okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Barking at the top of the stairs, looking down the stairs to be like, hey, come up. What are you doing down there?
Mom, where are you?
Crazy dogs.
Fair enough. So, you know what we didn't get into on the last episode? Because we were too busy having like just a real episode, like just talking about life and shit.
Mm.
We didn't talk about the Baby Metal concert and how much fun that was.
Oh, geez, yeah, okay.
Oh, it was such a blast. Easily top 3 concert that I've been to, and I have been to hundreds of concerts in my time.
Oh, that's so good.
It was so good. I enjoyed it a lot. Oh man, I want to go again.
Yeah, you'll have to get tickets again. Go see them.
Oh, the next time they do a world tour and come back, I am 100% going. It was so worth it.
Check the dates for when we're in Japan.
Exactly. Like, for real, though. That is something that I would love to do while we're over there. Like, see if any of the artists that I regularly listen to are having a show at some point during that.
Yeah.
And then try to make that work, because I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Oh, 100%. Like, I just want to see Japanese concert culture.
Yeah.
Because I know how their wrestling culture is. Mm-hmm. Like, they're very, like, I don't know if you pay attention to, like, pro wrestling culture or anything like that, but just how crazy American crowds are and, like, how excited everybody is. But Japan is very reserved until, like, something big happens, and then they applaud and whatnot. But then I see concert footage, and everybody is, like, losing their damn mind. So I'm like, I am very intrigued by this. So
yeah, I'm intrigued by Japanese sports ball as well, because like Japan is competitive when it comes to certain genres of sport. Like baseball, they're like second only to America.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I would be interested to go and see a sports game as well.
If I don't know if they play baseball during like our season or like what their particular season is, but I mean, hey, if they're playing while we're there, I'm down to go to a baseball game too.
Yeah, we got to figure out when the sumo season is, see if we can get.
Oh, that would be so much fun,
right?
So much stuff that we won't be able to get done in one trip, but that's okay because we just do more.
Yeah, just do multiple trips.
I mean, so it was one of those things that I got to thinking about, because I know how you are with like skiing, snowboarding, that type of thing. And I know I've been incredibly adamant that I would not do it But if you wanted to take a trip over there for like winter and like make that part of it, I am totally down to do like a hot spring ski resort trip.
That would be sick. And you know what? It would be really easy for you to learn there as well, because Japan has like the best powder in the world. So if you fall over, it's just like a cloud.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, they get like feet of snow, like insane. So the only issue you might have is finding some ski pants that'll like be long enough.
Nah, at that point, like I would wait. What are ski pants? I can
Ski
speak. What are ski pants?
They are like a. I was gonna say like a ski jacket, but pants. But you know how a ski jacket is. Is like a windproof, insulated pair of pants. They've got like elasticated under layer that goes around your boot, so whatever your ski or snowboard boots, that like stops snow going up into your pants from the bottom. And then they have like they're windproof, they're waterproof. They've got basically some of them have vents, might have vents in the thighs as well, so you can like aerate your body, because otherwise you're just in plastic. I don't know how to describe them really. They're like they're just like a coat but for your butt.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, but their main job is just to keep you like, I wear my ski pants more than I wear my ski jacket, because if it's hot, like if it's a really nice day, super sunny, I'll just wear like a hoodie, but I will still wear my ski pants, because like when you're lacing up your boots, or like I snowboard, so I'm constantly sitting down. It's like I'm like looking at this webcam, but it's this webcam.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I barely look at the webcam. It's just me looking at your face.
I try to look at the
it's
webcam.
more of it's just more of the conversational aspect, I guess, than anything.
But yeah, so I wear them more than anything, because like you're constantly sitting down, getting back up again. If you want to take a break on the side of the mountain and just like enjoy the view, like if you have to tighten your boots at all, if you have to, like if you fall over, you're gonna wet your butt more than you're gonna wet anything else. And the getting wet part is more uncomfortable than anything else, because even if it's a really nice warm day, when you're going at speed and you're wet, that wind will get through. And that's why like it's really nice when they're like higher end ones and they've got vents, because then it stops you getting too sweaty. Because again, same thing, as soon as you get sweaty when you're hot, then you go up on the chairlift and the wind is blowing and you're not moving because you're sitting in a chair, and then you're freezing cold. So
makes sense.
Yeah. So ski pants are something I would invest in. They're good to get a pair of those.
100% do that. I will look into that for whenever we decide to make that trip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would probably be easier for me to get you some.
I mean, probably. If we're sit here and be completely honest.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just get you some.
You are in the country of ski pants.
Like, and there's some, like, Canadians will have your sizing, so, like, you won't need to worry about, like, ordering from, like, because that's the thing is, like, in Japan, you're just not going to get the length.
I'm not going to get anything. It's like, so listen, do you have sumo sized for 6'4" people? I'm just going to tower over everybody.
I mean, I'm going to tower over everybody. I'm above average height for a Japanese male, so I'm going to tower over everybody. But like you,
it makes me think of the TikToks where like the husband never loses his wife at a grocery store by like clipping a balloon to the back of her shirt without her knowing. I'm not even going to have to do that. Like we'll just be able to just go, hey,
like I see you. No, that'll be funny. I would recommend trying to find a pair of like cycling shorts. This is my hack for
like the padded shorts.
Yeah, because that padding that they have on your tailbone comes in serious handy when you're learning how to snowboard and or ski. Because when you sit down, you tend to like go pretty heavy on your butt, and it's not necessarily that you're falling heavy every time, but it's that you're repeatedly falling because you just have to learn. and then you end up with a pretty sore butt. But again, one of the great things being in Japan is that the powder is so good that it'll be like falling into a cushion, whereas I learnt on ice because it's too cold here in Alberta.
Yeah. It's one of those things, too, that one good thing I have going for me is my pro wrestling background. So I at least know how to fall and protect myself.
Yeah.
So at least that's a plus of being able to keep myself in track.
Yeah. There's there'll be some adjustments to falling because obviously you're strapped into plastic.
Yeah.
Well, not quite plastic, but you know what I mean. With skis have a safety mechanism where they will pop off if they think that you are in danger.
Mm-hmm.
So that you're less likely to twist because they're individual legs, one could get caught, go sideways, twist your leg, and then your knee will over-rotate, and it's just not nice. So they have a safety mechanism where they will pop off in that case. Snowboards don't. You are strapped in. So, but you are also, like, both of your legs are the same way, so it's harder for you to, like, you won't twist one leg off. You'll just go. Your whole body will go. You'll go.
I go tumbling down the mountain when I come.
Yeah, exactly. But snowboarding has more of a danger of wrist injury, because you'll fall backwards and you'll try and brace yourself on your wrist, and
and that's the number one rule we're taught whenever we're training to be pro wrestlers is do not fucking catch yourself.
Yeah.
2 rules. Don't catch yourself and tuck your fucking chin.
Yeah. Yeah. With figure skating, when I was taught that when I was a kid, it was don't catch yourself, tuck your chin, and tuck your fingers, because I was in a learning class when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And this girl fell over. We were like learning how to skate. Like we were going from one side of the rink to the other. Mm-hmm. And she fell over, and this big old dude who was taking lessons over her finger. Oh. And he was probably 3 times her weight, with blades on his feet. Luckily they were rented, so they weren't that sharp. But it wasn't pretty.
That's fucking terrifying.
That was a very good lesson for me to now always remember to tuck my fingers in. Like, that will never go out of my head.
Well, I mean, also being somewhat trained in a kitchen, like not professionally trained, but having worked in kitchens and whatnot, like you always tuck your fingers away from the blades. Mm-hmm. Like always cut against your knuckles. Don't ever cut with your fingers out. That type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fully the way to go. Ugh.
I'm good.
I'm good. It's funny because, like, so we're covering Demon Slayer this week. We haven't said, but in this season, there was one moment that gave me that same feeling as the fingers, like the heebie-jeebie, and that was when his foot goes.
Yep, I get that.
That was too much. That almost made me turn off and take a break. I was like, that's too much. And I was like, ew, that's so gross.
Fair enough. I 100% get that.
Yeah, I was like, why'd you need to animate that? Like, that was, it was enough as it was. And then you had to go and just...
Well, it's like for some reason, people get so... I don't know what the type of word is, but because the first thing that comes to mind is invested, but it's not invested, I guess. Enamored or whatever I'm trying to think of, whenever you just get like so caught up in like seeing injuries happen. It's like a car crash, like you can't look away for some reason. It's like that type of thing where it's just like, oh God, why? I mean, I get why, but why?
Fully, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm good.
It's like I don't know, like 5 or so years ago on YouTube, it was like a huge trend to do that 50-50 Reddit challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you might get this, but you might get this. What are you going to get? And it's just like, why?
Yeah. And it's like, dude falls on 27 cactuses or a kitten. And it's like, you can just look up a picture of a kitten if you want to see a kitten.
Exactly. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I guess just because it is a whole YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I get the popularity of it, but also, why? Like, why would you put yourself through that shit?
No.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's certain aspects of the world that I'm totally okay with not ever seeing.
I'm right there with you, 100%. Although it is a bit for you and I about telling people to go sit on a cactus, but not that many cacti.
No, not that many. Just one.
Yeah, just one. She's around here somewhere. Yeah, she's back there.
Yeah, mine's upstairs.
My stuffed prickles.
mine's a real prickles.
Oh, I killed my real prickles.
Really?
I probably overwatered the bastard.
I was going to say, how did you kill a cactus?
Look, all right, if watering it once a month is too much, that was probably a problem.
Yeah, my brother did the same thing. He watered his cactus once a month religiously. Whereas I live by the ADHD method of I forget. And then whenever I get around to it, I water it. And all of my succulents do just fine.
See, that's why I'm just glad that I have the plush one now, because for one, it matches the work that I did on all of the emotes and stuff. But also, I can't kill that one.
Yeah, ADHD method watering for succulents works great. Because sometimes they go 6 months without being watered, and sometimes they get a little bit of water once every other month, or once a month, or sometimes even once every 2 weeks. But it keeps them on their toes, and they live just fine.
We'll have to keep that in mind if I ever decide to get more succulents.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of, I guess it's because it's the best way to replicate their natural environment.
Just like, surprise, rain.
Surprise, rain.
And now you're dry for a while.
Now you're dead. Now you're going to die. Now you need to suck up a load of water. And now there's nothing for a year. And then here you go, loads of water. And then nothing.
It's like, oh, flood. No, just kidding.
Just kidding. Flash flood? Sorry. No, not anymore. There's a drought now.
Oh, I don't get it.
Nature. I was going to tell you something about nature. Oh, teeth. Why were we talking about teeth?
Were we talking about teeth?
No, there was something. Oh, it's relevant to the anime.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get there.
All right. You have piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then. I'm curious enough to just be like, all right, fuck the rest of the small talk. Let's get into this, because now I want to know what teeth has to do with Demon Slayer.
Fair enough.
So at this point, it's season 3. Same shit, ufotable, same everything. Like, it's there's no background I can do at this point that's not the same. But there was a fantastic animation budget increase for this season.
Noticeable.
Oh, it's so fucking pretty.
Yeah, but still so true to the quality of the art style that they've had so far. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, let's take our CGI budget and bump it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no quarrels with it.
No, it's so seamless.
Mm-hmm. There's some of it to where it's like, all right, that might be a little questionable, but I like what you're doing, so I will let it happen.
Mm-hmm. And you're so invested into the storyline anyway that you really have to have, like, analyzer brain on to even be able to notice it.
Yeah. The hard part about it for me is that I am a manga reader. Mm-hmm. I have read entirely through it. So I can't watch this and not be analytical about it because I know everything that's going to happen. But even still, it's like, okay, like, I see what you're doing. And it's noticeable, but also I'm fine with it, because how else are you going to, replicate the things that you're trying to do? Because with as much shit that goes on in this season, there's no way to not do that and still get the level of quality that Ufotable brings to the table. So by all means, keep it up. I'm okay with it. Tamayomi, take notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not that there's going to be anything for them to apply those notes to, because, oh my god.
Ufotable, reboot Tamayomi, please. I wanted to like the show. I really wanted to fucking like the show.
The concept of it was so good. It had so much potential. And then, what?
Still better than Dive.
Storyline-wise. Animation? Absolutely not.
I don't know about it.
You can't even give that.
I fucking hate Dive. Don't put it past me.
You're gonna watch Tamayomi's animation again, and then you'll like, Dive was pretty.
No, Free is pretty.
Dive was pretty.
No.
Yeah.
I would rather vomit than watch Dive again.
It's just a story that you didn't like.
Now, granted, I would watch Tamayomi and vomit, but still. They're both irritable for different reasons.
Ugh. But yeah, if you're gonna watch a sports anime, just watch Haikyuu.
Oh, 100% watch Haikyuu. Or Free. Free was very good.
Free was good.
Kuroko no Basket is also very good. Food Wars counts as a sports anime. Watch Food Wars.
It's competitive enough.
Yeah,
All Out was good as well.
Yep. Even Blue Lock was good. If they had just changed the setting up, it would have been much better.
Yeah. Blue Lock was good. It just felt like it dragged on a little bit, but then also it didn't have that comedic element that Haikyuu and even Free has.
Yeah.
And it just felt like it was kind of taking itself a little bit too seriously, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would like an Olympic anime. Like an anime on the actual Olympics. That would be sick.
That would be interesting. Because we did have that debate whenever we watched Dive about whether or not it was an advertisement for the Olympics.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was.
That was it. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Potentially. I don't know. Who knows?
Or like at least like country pride of people being like, we're going to make an anime about kids getting to the Olympics because the Olympics are going to be in Japan. And then they didn't have like the budget or execution or whatever because it was just kind of for fun, you know?
They put the concept into ChatGPT and let it write the storyline.
The Olympics are in France this coming year. I know.
Let's go get a baguette and watch some
sports.
Yeah, sports ball.
So be down.
Go sports ball.
I would so be down to go to the Olympics. I want to at some point in my life. I want to go to see some events at the Olympics.
I am totally down. I wonder when they're going to do the Winter Olympics there, because I feel like that would be a fun trip.
Yeah. I mean, we had the Winter Olympics here. Funnily enough, the Olympics have been in both of my home countries, and I've seen neither of them.
Boo!
They were in Vancouver in 2010 and then London in 2012. Didn't see them.
Boo.
Yeah. I did get
call yourself a sports ball enthusiast.
I did get the Vancouver 2010 Olympic ski poles, though.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy.
They're still my ski poles because I haven't grown since then. And I mainly snowboard as well, but yeah.
Just like, whoop, and you're here.
Yeah, I was 13, full height.
Nice.
Everyone in my class, I towered over them. Boys, I was a head taller than them. And then high school hit, and then they went whoop, and I was like, oh, that's new.
It's like, hey, didn't...
Since when? Yeah. Since when were you like the same height as me? Like, we were away for summer, and then what happened to you? And then, like, the next year, I'm like, hang on a second again. Why are you taller than me? When did this happen?
It's like 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Yeah, that's exactly how it went.
Except some guys, it would be 10th grade. And they'd be like, how am I not grown yet? I'm like, oh, that's a you thing.
I swear one of these days I'm going to hit my growth spurt again, motherfucker.
By graduation, just you wait. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, It's okay. Oh. Did I tell you about how I decided to torture my one friend that joined us randomly on D&D?
No.
Okay, so one of our friends in that group we had no clue she was wanting to play.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Saturday before the session, she was like, yeah, I can't wait to play with y'all. We're like, hold the fuck up. How long have you been going to play? Like, as the dungeon master, if anybody needs to know if you're going to play, it's me, because I'm the one that has to prep all of this shit. Now, granted, I'm running them through a section of a module called the Death House, and it's already hard enough as it is.
Mm.
So it's not like I have to change my prep too awful much.
Mm.
I got to let them meet a monster that could have one-shot Walker if I had actually rolled all 3 damage die instead of just 2 of them. Because whenever you're a level 1 D&D character, you know this, but for those that are, anime-only nerds and don't get into other fandoms, you should try out D&D. It's fun. If you have a local game shop, go check it out. But yeah, I completely got off on a tangent. But anyway, so I'm going to send you her character sheet that I made for her, because she, again, she waited until the very last moment. Actually, no, I did send it to you.
Oh, you did send me this. Yeah.
Yeah, with the
yeah, I just
didn't make mind up.
I didn't get the story behind it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so on Monday, because we did D&D this past Friday. So on the Monday before the session, I was like, hey, so listen, if you're serious about playing, like, we need to talk about your character. And she was like, I don't know what I want to play. And I'm like, all right, let me send you Critical Role's Handbook or Helper videos, because it literally breaks down everything. And I sent her all the videos that, are important to learn, like combat, how combat works, how spell combat works if she wanted to be a spellcaster. Although if you're just starting D&D, being a spellcaster is incredibly difficult. But however, I digress. And so I sent her like 5 videos, just like help her get used to everything, and did not watch them whatsoever. Did no work into a character at all. We did not even speak anymore until that Friday. And so she showed up and she was like, all right, I'm ready to play. And I was like, hang on. So I real quickly just went into D&D Beyond, drew up a character sheet, made that name up on the spot, because of course I did. And just like made up some roles in my head that would work for like a level 3 cleric. Just keep them all in there. And then I send her the character sheet, and she, having never looked at the character sheet before, is like, how do I read this? Well, first of all, your name's up at the top. And she looks at it, she just goes, and she was like, why? I said, this is what happens whenever you don't give me anything. Like, I will bullshit you a character, but you're the one that has to live with the consequences. You made this decision. You made your bed. Now go lie in it.
Yeah.
And now her character is going to be the sacrifice for the group in the next session. Because now that she's actually gotten into it, she legitimately wants to give D&D a go and like make her own character and all of that.
Yeah.
So part of the bit of the session is whenever you're going through the basement portion of the module, spoilers for Curse of Strahd for anybody that's never run it, so go ahead a couple of minutes. But whenever you go through the basement, as you go through it, you run across a ritual chamber, and cultists like apparate out of the ground. Now they're like, they don't attack, they're harmless, but they're, chanting for a sacrifice. And there are 2 options. You can either A, make a sacrifice. It doesn't matter what. Reading through the module, you can either, it doesn't matter if you sacrifice a pet, it's just some sort of meat, or a human. Like, it doesn't matter. It just demands a sacrifice. It just doesn't specify what, which as a DM is incredibly hilarious to leave things unspecified to let us determine what is or isn't a sacrifice. But her husband watched the same video on the Death House that I did of like how to change it up and make it more of an adventure rather than just a pure slog of combat and trying to TPK the party. So he knows what consists of the basement and what happens if you don't make a sacrifice. Because if you go into the ritual chamber and try to leave, a giant shrub, tree, swamp monster type thing comes up out of the ground and tries to kill you.
Oh.
But if you make a sacrifice, you get to leave the house just fine. But also...
look for an ant that's like crawling on the wall.
It just says a sacrifice. It doesn't matter what, just a sacrifice. So I'm like,
sacrifice your lunch.
Pull out some beef jerky and like set it on the altar. You know what? Give gold. Like it literally doesn't specify. Just fucking make a decision, man. Oh, but I also love the fact that if you try to run away from the shrub, tree, swamp monster thing and you get up to the upper floors, it doesn't chase you, but the house turns into fucking Monster House.
That was a scary film.
I mean, for kids, that's terrifying.
Isn't that awful?
But yeah, like if you bust through the wall, you unleash swarms of rats. Anywhere where there are electronics, they start billowing smoke that will disorient you and do 1d6 damage. Like there is so much shit that can go wrong with it. And it's great. And the entire thing is designed to get your characters from level 1 to level 3, preferably in one session. The fact that mine got split into 2 is... However, something good is coming out of it. So I'm, very pleased that you and I get to work on that little side project.
Yeah.
But it's still, the fact that we only got that much done. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh. But yeah, so there's the D&D rant.
Yeah.
Oh, do what?
I was going to say, speaking of trees that move to kill people, that was a stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep hearing squeaks. They have stopped. The squeaks have stopped.
Mother has caught on to a trick. Quiet. Love it.
Yeah. Demon Slayer teeth. We were going to talk about the teeth, and then we tangented. ADHD.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so chicken hats. Let's just.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, teeth. Explain this to me because I now need to know. If you're not caught up on all of our Demon Slayer shit at this point, we have had several episodes. Go watch the shit, and yeah, just go watch Demon Slayer. Shit's good. It's a good shonen. Go watch it.
Yep. End of review. End of review. But yeah, the teeth. So the reason. This is an ADHD connection, okay?
Yeah.
But, now I need my character list pulled up because names are hard. Genya. When we first see him in this section of the anime, he has a tooth missing. And then he grows back his tooth, and it's like the first, hint of abilities that he's going to have later on throughout the season. And I was watching a video of Bondi Vet, which is like an Australian vet TV show on YouTube. There's full episodes. And there was this alligator who had a hole in its jaw. And so the vet was like, alligator, they reabsorb their teeth. I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile, one of them. They reabsorb their teeth up to 50 times in their lifetime, and then they'll just grow new ones, and everyone that they grow back is bigger and bigger and bigger. And so he was like, I think what's happened is that they had this alligator hasn't reabsorbed this tooth, and so a new one's tried to grow in, but it's still got a tooth in the hole. And so he was like, okay, we need to figure out how to sedate this alligator. And so they all piled on it, and they're wrapping rope around its jaws and duct taping it and tying it to a board and all that jazz. And they finally get it to the point where he can, like, shove a Nezuko barrel in its mouth to stop it from closing its mouth. And then he goes in and he starts removing teeth. And there's 4 teeth in this one hole that have, like this big, then this big, then this big, and then the last one's, like, this big. And this alligator just had, like, this cavity in its mouth because of all of these teeth, and they're like, okay, great, we're gonna rinse it out and then let the alligator go and it'll be totally fine. It can just go live its life. And I'm like, crazy.
I don't get it. I 100% do not get it. Although, you know what I do get?
What?
Do you know how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
It's their noses, right?
No, one you see later and one you'll see after a while.
I think it's actually saltwater and freshwater crocodile. The difference is their noses. But that's a myth because saltwater can go in both salt and fresh. Good luck. Also, they're, like, way closer to you. Like, gators are, like, near you.
Florida. So they're 2 states away, but yes.
But, like, that's near. I mean, do you have scary animals in your area, or your neck of the woods?
I mean, bobcats, bears, shit like that. I'm surrounded by mountains, so, you know, mountain life that would, you know, prefer to make a big old kind of grizzly bears, black bears, brown bears. No polar bears, which are the biggest fucking assholes out of the bunch.
Yeah, well, we don't even get polar bears up here. They're further north.
Yeah, polar bears, like, doing research on those motherfuckers, those things are scary.
Yeah, but we do, I think there's been the occasional grizzly, like a polar grizzly offspring.
Interesting.
That have been
I bet that would be incredibly unique to see.
I think they're sustainable. You know, like, where you have, like, a donkey and a whatever, and they can't make a mare or whatever, and they can't rebreed. You know what? A mule can't breed with a mule and make more mules or something.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Prisleys can breed with Prisleys and make more Prisleys. So I think they can be their own species.
Interesting.
That may have been a hoax, though.
I mean, sounds like something Senku could teach us.
Right? Yeah. But that was last week. Senku's done teaching us things.
Yeah, until October 12th. Then they'll be back to teaching us things.
Then we're back in school.
Yeah.
Everybody got their number 2 pencils.
I
was going to say, I don't.
I got a can of liquid death. Does that work?
I got a controller.
I have one of those too, somewhere. I got mouse.
I got... Oh, shouldn't move that. That's moving too much.
Also have this too. Hang on. Yeah, this is a thing that I have. It is incredibly inconvenient to see out of, but I mean, it works nonetheless.
Easy.
All I have to do is get a cheap Amazon costume, and I have my Halloween costume.
I was going to say, easy Halloween costume right there.
Yeah, and it lights up if I actually put batteries in it, but I cannot be bothered as of yet.
You have to get katana.
I do have to get a katana. You know what? Since it's Demon Slayer, I might as well just wear this for the rest of the episode. I don't know how the audio sounds, but I might as well just wear it for the rest of the episode.
I mean, it sounds like you're in a mosque.
Probably, yeah. Okay. I can breathe again.
But yeah, so that's basically all I was thinking of during that entire section of the anime. Was alligator teeth.
Just alligator teeth?
Alligator teeth.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think... I guess we could just hit the main points of this season because all of the groundwork's already been established.
Yeah. Hot spring scene. That's all anybody gave a shit about out of the first episode was just the hot spring scene. Oh, so I spoke about my experience going to see the first episode in theaters. Seeing the whole theater lose their fucking minds over Tanjiro screaming at Mitsuri about her boobs about to fall out was hilarious. Oh.
And it's the way that when he tried to cover them up and he was like, yes, covered. There was no change from beforehand.
Oh. Did you watch the end credit scene of that episode whenever fucking Inosuke was on the roof or on the ceiling? I love that so much. Oh, I really want to get that as an alarm to wake up to. This is whispers just like, psst, hey, you need to wake up. Hey, wake up. Wake up, motherfucker.
Even earlier in the episode when he was like, good job, you spotted me. And Tanjiro's like, I'm on my back.
And just the way everybody else is just like, am I hallucinating? No, I don't think so. Why? Oh, I guess I just must be imagining Zenitsu or Inosuke on the ceiling. And just the way everybody's heads just like, oh. One thing I cannot give Demon Slayer enough credit for is just the faces that they do. Like the comedic, stupid faces just brings me so much joy.
I mean, Nezuko had some good ones as well throughout it, especially in the last episode where she's just like, and her eyes are just like black circles.
Uh-huh. Or the bit whenever she's little and running, it just has the black circles, like whenever she was carrying Tanjiro on her back at the end of the entertainment district arc. It's just, I love it so much.
Ugh.
I think I have that figurine somewhere. Oh, I do. I got it right here.
That's so cute.
I love it so much.
But main points of this season were 2 more upper demons, and the Sword Village.
Yeah, we got to meet all of the upper ranks of the demons. Upper rank 1 is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
So the 2 thirst traps for the season is upper rank 2, Doma. Yeah. Everybody lost their mind over Doma. And then Mr. Haganezuka, as soon as his mask came off, watching all of the people on Twitter lose their mind over this man who has been the laughingstock of the entire show. Like, his bit over Tanjiro breaking his swords has been the biggest laughingstock. But the second the mask comes off, everybody is just so bad. Like, none of the fandom has had a fucking drink of water. It was that bad.
No, that makes sense. But then so we had the robot doll, Clockwork Doll.
Oh, yeah.
In the first section, and that was how we ended up getting our 300-year-old sword that seems to be either an ancestral or a, like, friend of a relative, a friend of an ancestral inheritance to Tanjiro.
I will refrain from commenting because I know everything.
Yeah. So there's that, which is like another area of leveling up. But Tanjiro, we didn't necessarily even get to see him at full. Nearly pulled out my headphone cable.
Easy.
At full. See, I didn't charge my Bluetooth. headphones today, so we're cabled up. And last week was too much freedom, and now I'm back tethered.
Now you just assume that you have freedom, and it's like, no. Not today.
No. But we had... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Why would you make me forget? Oh, geez, it's gone. It's so gone. No.
Nope. Gone. No. Gone forever.
Gone forever.
Something about a 300-year-old sword.
Yeah. Oh, back. Okay. We didn't even get to see the full progression and growth from Tanjiro from the Entertainment District arc because he was still recovering all the way through until this fight. Like, I wouldn't even say he was at 100% strength in the beginning of this fight. He was still... Because not only was he recovering, he then went through brutal training of a 10-year-old child who was like, no, you're not going to eat or drink until you do what I want you to do.
Yeah.
And so he was probably, I don't know, 70% throughout this entire thing and going down. So at the end of this... If he, whatever recovery he gets, I think it's going to be recovery from this, but also recovery from the Entertainment District arc. Like, he's still got catch up.
Yeah.
Which is going to be interesting to see for his strength. And because there was one thing that was said in the beginning was like that his battles with the upper ranks have... Did you hear that? It's a squeak. Come here, Squeak! Shh.
Tilly.
Come here. I hear
Favorite
them.
bean.
I hear them. Is it a Tilly or is it a Fred?
I hear tap taps.
Come here. Come here.
Tap 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 tap.
Is it Tilly? Hi, Tilly.
Bean.
Tilly, come here. Come here. You have to come here. Come on, closer. No, okay, don't run away. Okay, she ran away. I was going to scoop her, and she was like, I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do.
Nope, not today.
No.
Sorry, Mom. You don't
Okay.
get it. Nope, okay.
One of these days, I'll get the dogs on the camera.
Oh, we haven't had that since the streaming era.
I know. Ugh. I'll have to get more used to being down here. They're not used to navigating this area, because... Excuse you. Come in. No. She's like, I want you out, not the other way around.
Oh, I love them. Love them.
Love them. Gotta love them.
It had helped me get through the D&D session.
Coming from everywhere. What do you want? It's not dinner time for another hour and a half. What? She's just creeping at me from around the door. Just come in.
Hey.
Come in. No. Okay then.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm editing none of this. Everybody gets to hear the dogs trying to take over the podcast.
Tilly, you're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? I'll just like 15 more minutes. Can we? You don't need to. Oh, you knocked the door thing. Good job.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, Tilly, what is it? Come here. No. Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll record the rest with the door open.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Oh. Are you chill, my guy? Yeah. See, it's not so bad in here. It's just a closet.
Yeah, it's okay.
You wanna come here? Come show Brad. Come in. Come here. No? Okay. I tried. Okay. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer.
Oh, I love it so much.
What is you?
Oh.
Get go.
Aw, Dilly.
Yay.
Oh,
This is the squeak. The squeak. Oh my god, you're pushing my wheelie chair. Come here.
It's been so long since I've seen the squeak live on camera.
Yeah, there's a squeak.
Aw, Dilly. I'm going to have to make a trip to Canada to meet the bean at some point.
Yeah. Now we can keep recording. She's chill now.
Yeah, everything's fine. She just wanted a pet. It's okay. Vibe of the podcast just got so much better.
Thank you.
Barf, 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 barf.
Who's this? Who's this?
Hi.
It's Brand. That's Brand. Wait, I don't want kisses.
Blim.
Yeah.
Take the blim.
Yeah, see Brad? That's Brand.
Hi, Dilly. Hi.
That was a drive-by. Unnecessary. Oh, there's the other
Okay,
one.
bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Dilly.
Oh, I love it.
Ugh.
She's precious.
She's annoying. But yeah, she's precious. She's precious until you live with it.
Big fan. Big fan.
Ugh. Lost the plot. Where were we?
No, we've already covered the plot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Cool. Bye.
No, not that plot. We've already covered the plot.
Oh. Fair.
Get it? Because it was a bit over covering the plot.
That's true. Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so then we have 300-year-old sword. We have hot springs. We have face reveal.
We got to fully get to know Muichiro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And full character arc, all of that, whole 9 yards. Got his memories back. He's no longer a fuzzy-headed boy.
No.
We got Mitsuri's backstory.
Yeah. Which... She doesn't need anything. This is just for attention.
But Mom...
But come play with me.
Come on.
They didn't get a walk today, which is probably the crux of it all. Is they're like, take me for a walk. And I'm like, I can't take 2 golden retrievers for a walk when I have a broken arm. So,
yeah, no. I 100% understand as to why.
Yeah. And they're good on leads. They're well trained, but they see a squirrel.
Yeah.
Or another dog. They're local friends. Then
Oh no, I 100% get it. Gracie, Walker and Bree's miniature golden doodle. Mm-hmm. She we have deer that come through our backyard. Mm-hmm. And so if she sees anything, she just bolts. Mm-hmm. So most of the time, especially if they're out of town and I'm the one that's keeping an eye on the dogs, I have to put her collar on her. Mm-hmm. I never have to hit the shock button because she knows if she hears the beep, she best come running. Mm. But there was one day she took off and I hit the beep and it was a big old loop. She took off and heard the beep. It's oh no.
Yeah, ours. I mean, we don't use shock collars for ours. They're very good, and we're not in an I think we're in an area where dogs have to be trained very well. Mm-hmm. Because we have moose, beaver, bears, coyotes, working dogs as well, huskies and stuff that are they're a bit more wild, I guess.
Yeah.
Wolves, we've got the whole 9 yards around here, and we do have a deer trail that goes through town as well, so we do get some pretty big game walking through town. So. There's no outdoor cats, and small dogs aren't really outdoor dogs either. So, I mean, we wouldn't even put the Goldens out without them being, with a human.
Yeah.
Because so our girls are pretty well trained. But yeah, still on my own, I'm not going to risk it.
Oh no, 100% do not blame you whatsoever. One at a time.
One at a time, yeah. But you can't leave one golden at home by themselves.
Fair enough.
No, they will lose their shit. It's not that they'll destroy anything or something. They'll just be sad and give you puppy eyes, and then you'll be sad, and that's yeah.
But then you got one that's happy until you leave with the other one, and then they're going to be sad again.
Sad. And then the neighbors text you like,
happy.
This one's whining. Why is it whining? They're like, because I took the other one for a walk.
I can only take one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to take the doggos for a walk?
My light is squealing. I think it's got electricity in the cable. Funny that. Electricity in the cable?
What? How does that work? I don't understand wiring.
No. But then, okay, so what's next? Kind of not much. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fight scenes.
Very well animated fight scenes.
Very well animated fight scenes.
Tanjiro learns fucking thunder breathing.
Yeah. Kind of it, really. Like, I mean, and then Nezuko is, like, able to walk in the sun. But, like, Demon Slayer has a way of lingering on certain aspects of the story without becoming redundant or, like, boring or repetitive.
Yeah.
They do a very good job of making you sit in a feeling for a long time and really process that feeling. It's something that I've actually commented on a couple of animes in the past where I've been like, I wish they gave us more time to sit in that feeling because they created such a powerful emotion for us and then we held it for a second and then we're off on the next thing. And I'm like, I wish they had taken a moment to really pause on that emotion that they've so successfully made us feel. And Demon Slayer is very good at making you pause on that emotion, really feel it, start processing it, understand the depth of the gravity of the situation, and then taking you on the rest of the story. So throughout the episodes, there's not much that happens in regards to plot. It could be summarized in an episode or two, but because they really give you that full, well-rounded, full-bodied story, it takes the length of time, but it doesn't feel like it drags.
Yeah. Because I saw a lot of people complaining in the episode where we got Tokito's backstory, where everybody was just like, this is, like, where's the fighting? Like, that's all we give a shit about with the show. And then everybody else is just like, no, fuck y'all. Like, that's what makes Demon Slayer good, is it actually, like, rounds off everybody's characters. Yeah.
Funnily enough, in a good comparison to last week with Dr. Stone, we were talking a lot about having characters that had been in the show for a long period of time and still didn't have, like, weren't full rounded characters. Not even like they didn't have established backstories or anything. They were just like kind of one trait on their own. Whereas Demon Slayer very quickly establishes a character and gives them depth of emotion, even if they don't give them a backstory and a prospects, even if they're just like a character that's only supposed to be in it for a half of an episode. They still give those characters full perspective of the situation and of their position in their life and how they are placed within the world. And so as a viewer, you have, I'm covered in dog hair. Sorry.
Perks of having Goldens.
Yeah.
Nice hoodie, by the way.
Thank you. I wonder where I got it from. It's totally not like this was one that was gifted to me by my bestie or anything. It's not like this is... Oh, God, the drama.
So much drama.
So much drama. They don't need to go out. I let them out literally right before we started recording. It's because they want their dinner, which is in an hour and 15 minutes. They need to chill. They need to chill.
I think you have two overgrown cats.
Honestly, yeah. Tilly is such a cat. She does that thing where she like whines in between your legs and then like brushes up against you. Like she's a cat. She's not a dog.
I love that.
Yeah. She's fully a cat. And like she does that thing where like I'll whistle for her to come, and she had the best like call response out of all of our dogs up until I left for Toronto. Come back, and I whistle now, and she looks at me and she goes, "No," and then just keeps going. I've been trying to train it back into her. Yeah, I've been trying to train it back into her, and she's like, "No." But Freddie, Win-Win, whatever. She is. She's way better at it, and she's only started learning my whistle since I came back after surgery. So she will, like, as soon as I whistle, she'll come. Although she doesn't always come right close because she's scared of everything, like the fly screen that I pulled across the door this morning. Terrified. My mum's ironing board. Terrified. The fridge door when it opens. Terrified.
Nah,
Rescue
Tills
dogs.
is just having her she's just having her moment of her rebellious teenager phase.
Oh yeah. But that's the thing when you get rescues is they have interesting quirks.
Yeah. Which, I mean, even ones that don't or that aren't rescues, like Gracie, terrified of people until she like really gets to know you. And she's really gotten to know me since they've moved in next door. But even still, there are times where, like, if I have a hat on or a hoodie, like, fucking hates me.
Yeah.
Like, heaven forbid, whenever we went to go get sushi on my birthday and they gave me like a giant chef's hat, I walked in and she lost her fucking shit whenever she saw me.
A hat? You are a different species. What are you?
Which, it got bad too. Before I trimmed my beard up this last time, because I guess my beard had just gotten so long to the point where she was like, upside down hat, fuck you. Like, that's the only way I know how to describe it, because it would take her quite a bit to get used to me, and then now it's just immediate, comes up to me, tries to tackle me, but she's a miniature golden, so not too awful much she can do until, you know, she goes flying into places that shouldn't be flown into. Oh,
It's me, Moother.
Hello, Mum.
Yeah, she's gone on a business trip in Saskatchewan, and she's telling me it's as flat as a pancake. She's got a room on the 24th floor, so she has lots of view, and it's just flat. That's kind of what Saskatchewan is known for.
Oh, yeah.
Just flat.
That is flat.
Flat.
She going to see the twins while she's there?
They're not in Saskatchewan. They're a few provinces over from that.
I don't know Canadian geometry.
One province over. My mom went one province over. The twins are like 5 and another amount of provinces over. I don't know.
I don't know. I am just sitting here bullshitting.
But yeah, so lost the plot again.
Did you cry?
No, I got a little bit welled up, but I didn't cry this time. And I think it's because I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm used to Demon Slayer, but like, you get adapted to the intensity of Demon Slayer.
I mean, I understand that. It's, for me, I cried during that bit in the manga. And I mean, obviously I cried whenever I watched it the first time, because it just sucked me into that emotion all over again, because I remembered how I felt reading those panels. And like, granted, they gave you, like, they made you sit in it a little bit, but the manga made you sit in it. So it was one of those things of, like, I guess it just took me back to like having to just sit in it in the manga to where it's just like I cried again.
Yeah. I did like how this season we got a really good established difference between where Tanjiro's at and where the Hashira are at, because at the end of the last season there kind of are those lingering thoughts of like, he just, took down one of the upper ranked demons, like he could potentially, like, there's a spot kind of available, like, is there a entryway for him? And this season gave him that even more experience. It gave him a weapon that is reliable now, and like all of this extra stuff, and has well-rounded his character to make it more of a thing of like of a clear trajectory that was kind of questionable towards the end of the last arc.
And the entire next arc is going to simply be that. Like, it's going to be getting all of the rest of the Demon Slayers on Hashira levels.
Yeah.
Because the arc is literally called the Hashira training arc. So everybody gets to go through training sessions with each of the Hashira until you pass to their satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's going to be hilarious.
So that's
I can't wait to see how they animate it.
No, I'm excited for that because it's going to give us some emotional recovery time as a viewer. It's going to take things away from the heaviness somewhat. I don't expect Demon Slayer to ever be completely away from the heaviness. It's kind of one of the core aspects of the show. But it's going to lean more into the comedic side, which is one of the reasons why we all fell in love with the show in the first place, was this strong... was this strong comparison between the intense comedy and within the next second heart-wrenching okay, Pip, what the drama. This is the most dramatic episode of the podcast ever. Okay, I need to go. I'm gonna go see what's up. I think it's just attention, but
you're good.
Come here. Hop up. Hop up. Come on. Hop. Hop. We have both. Hop. You want to show Brad. I want to show Brad you. You got to show Brad you. Give me your legs. Oh, careful on my arm.
Give me your legs.
Give me your legs. No, you're going to just sit on the floor. Okay. Fine then. Okay, we have a Pip, but we have a Fred down here as well. Come on. Hop up. Come on. You got to go. Come on. There we go. A Fred!
Hey!
For a second.
Momentary Fred.
The drama.
Drama queens.
They are... And this is what the fuss is about. That's what all of the commotion is about.
Oh no, a toy. The elephant. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. So, and they got scared because the chair hit the door.
Oh, I love it.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, it's going to give us a good break from the intensity of the last couple of cores. Although I don't expect it to take away all of that intensity, but it's also going to give us a good amount of time for recovery for our characters, because our characters have just been through the ringer so much that they need a chance to process everything that's happened, and I'm looking forward to that happening and to training further and seeing where all of this experience has gotten them to.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to that in the next arc. And I think it's going to be very interesting now that we have an established plotline as to what is expected around Nezuko being able to survive in the sunlight.
Yeah, this is this is the last break that the show will take. Because in the manga, the Hashira training arc is like 5 chapters. It is minuscule. And then it's like foot on the gas the rest of the way. And that was one of the things that I personally had an issue with the manga, was just like, from this moment on, it's like no slowing down. It's like, let's finish this shit, instead of like some of the stuff having room to breathe and all these other things. So it's, I don't know, like, I'm excited to see it animated. I'm excited to see how they stretch certain things out and how they go about doing certain things, and to see if they will make up for the like how, I guess, robbed it kind of felt with the rest of the stuff from the manga. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a good opportunity to catch up things that were missed. I know that, yeah, there are things that I've seen around people being like, oh, I wasn't included and stuff. And so, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. A lot of questions will be answered in the next bit. And they definitely start trying to wrap up loose ends from where the Hashira training arc ends and where the last 2 arcs begin. Because there are literally 2 arcs left after the next one. Yeah. So we are counting down. And I think the Infinity Castle War arc, I think they're splitting up into 3 films.
Okay.
Because it's 3 major fights with everybody divided amongst those 3 fights. So I think they're splitting it up into 3 films. That way every fight kind of has like a full feature-length film's worth of time given to it. Which, I mean, I'm here for it, because I was curious while reading through it how they were going to divide everything up. Because in the manga, like, there was no divider in between those battles. It was, this one happens, and then you go to this one, and then this one happens, and then everybody that's left kind of meets in the middle at the end to go into the last arc. So I'm very curious to see like how they take care of all that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I still think that Demon Slayer has been remarkably good at holding itself to its own standard, and I hope that it continues to do that throughout the rest of the show. I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. If you've listened to this episode and you haven't seen it, what are you doing?
Yeah. And it's one of those things to where I feel like if this show had been done by any other studio, we wouldn't hold it to such a regard.
Yeah.
But the fact that Ufotable has done everything that they've done with it, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it is a very good anime. Story's decent, but very, very good anime for all that it's worth.
Yeah, they really chose a direction and stuck to their guns with it. And that goes for like art style, for, you know, comedic timing, for how they were going to portray the intensities of all of the emotions, like everything that they went through. They chose a specific style, and they have been so consistent with it, even with budget increases and, you know, lengthening, more demands from the audience, like all of this pressure that's been put on them as a team. I think they've generally done remarkably well with keeping consistent.
Oh, 100%. And it's one of those things, I expect nothing less from Ufotable, seeing all the stuff that they've done with the Fate series along with other projects. But I'm very glad that they are doing this justice, unlike, you know, what's coming to an end in about a month. It's fine. I'm still not angry.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say in regards to this season.
I don't either. What do you rate it?
I don't know. What do you rate it? I
don't. Again, I feel like I'm manga jaded with my answers for this. I I so want to give it an 8.5.
Okay.
But I'd 8.
Okay.
I want to give it an 8.5 so bad because the animation's good. Millet and Man on a Mission for the OPs and EDs, great. It's just again, the story's decent. It's the animation and everything else that makes it incredible.
Yeah.
So I deduct points for the story, other than making me cry.
I am kind of with you. I'm going to give it that 8.5, though, on a rare occasion when I rate it higher than you do. Because, first of all, I haven't read the manga, so there's that. But I don't know. Some of my favorite, like, I love Zenitsu and Inosuke, and they were hardly in it this season. That's no fault of the anime. Like, that's how this story kind of goes. But, like, I like them. They're some of my favorite characters. They weren't in it as much. That made me sad. I'm not a huge, I mean, this is like, the fight scenes are sick. But that's not my personal preference as to what I like with the show. Like, the fight scenes are not the priority of the show to me. They are cool and visually amazing, and you know, they give you that sense of satisfaction, the action, they make you hang on the edge of your seat or whatever. But like, what I enjoy more is the interactions between characters that are just like kind of silly and or like heartfelt, connection building, like with them trying to make friends with people who don't want to be friends with you, or like, you know, that's the aspect, the social aspect of the anime is where my enjoyment factor comes from. And although this season did have quite a bit of that, I don't think it had as much to make me as like happy as like other seasons, and I think that's just because the story is getting more and more intense. And you know, so it's one of those things where it's like it's a personal thing, and I don't think it's like I don't think it negates the anime at all, but it does affect my personal opinion of the show.
Oh, 100%. Like, I 100% understand where you're coming from. I am very curious to get into your thoughts whenever we actually sit down to cover the Shibuya incident for JJK. Because I'm curious how, like, if we will be having a very similar conversation to what we are currently having, or if you'll be a lot more intrigued with the fight scenes and whatnot coming from that.
We'll have to find out.
That we shall.
But yeah, that's everything from me.
That's everything from me. What do we have on the schedule for next week? Because I haven't fucking looked at a thing. Spreadsheet. Let's see here. We've already done Yamada. Harry Potter One Punch Man mashup?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do Stardew Valley Simulator?
Oh, either one.
You pick.
Harry Potter.
All right, Mashal it is. Oh, I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this. It's going to make me very happy.
Such excitement. Hopefully we don't have dog interruptions next week, or at least if we do, they're minimal.
Yeah, you know what? I'll allow it. It'll be fine. Because a lot of that's being left in, so everybody at home gets to enjoy the doggos.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Now, typically, they're quiet.
Yeah, as we wrap up the episode, I love it. All right. Thank you all so much for listening. We greatly appreciate it. We have socials everywhere. BnB Anime, BlueLavander's, Brad Garin. You'll find us wherever you want to find us. Website, YouTube, all that shit. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.